Hello everyone. Today I was just wanting to do a video showing me using the Jello set, which is the 1 kil and the Jello peel off base coat. This was my first time using it, so I just wanted to do like a little video just to sort of show the process on how I done it. I'm slowly learning on what way I prefer to do it, so what makes it easier, how often I change them and such. I'm not going to talk too much in this video, I'm just going to let you sort of watch a lot of it. I don't post on YouTube very much, as you can probably all tell. I do post on my TikTok and my Instagram more so I will link it in the description so you can go and follow me there as well. I do more unpacking videos and things like that and watch me work. So as you can see here, I did have a little boo-boo on my pointer finger where it did already pop off. And then what I'm doing in here, I've already put on the liquid, the 1 kil liquid, and I'm just trying to sort of loosen it near the cuticle. But unfortunately on a couple of my fingers I was digging a bit too much. It wasn't really painful or anything like that, but I was obviously digging a bit more than I should have, because the way I applied my peel off base coat was using a bit of primer in the centre and then only doing Jello in the centre. And I've now learned that it is harder to remove if you want to do them after a week or so. If you was to say, you know, leave them on for 2 or 3 weeks, then these would have come off a lot easier. But I was really struggling here because I'd put the primer on beforehand. I have looked at other people's YouTubes as well and how they apply it and what works for them. So since then I have trialled it a couple more times, and I've done it where I've just done it full cover, because I always take mine off after about a week anyway to change my designs. So yeah, I will just let you sit and watch the rest of the video. I may pop in here and there, but just to explain things. My thumb was probably the hardest one to remove, and I've found that with any sets I've done. Just to jump in here again, I was also digging sort of underneath at the free edge, and then putting the liquid down there as well, in the hopes that it would loosen it sort of all around the perimeter of my nail. I found this to be a lot easier, just loosening the free edge underneath. But again, I'll let you carry on watching. I also forgot to say, these are Nail Order's full cover tips in short almond. No, sorry, not Nail Order, CJP's full cover tips, which are a soft gel tip. I have also tried this Jello method under Builder Gel, under gel polish. I do find, I think because I'm not using a thick full cover tip, and I'm just doing a Builder Gel sort of overlay on my nails, it does come away a lot easier. I normally get like a lifted corner, and then from there I can literally just apply the 1 kil on top of that and it will loosely come off. Unfortunately I did damage my thumb in this video, where I was digging too much down the side, so I'm gonna have to let that heal a little bit. My nails aren't in the best condition anyway, because I change my nails so often. It's the reason why I wanted to try the Jello peel off base coat, because I've heard of lots of good reviews about it, so I thought I might as well. It saves me having to soak off all the time or file all the way down. To be fair, when I do file down I always leave a very thin layer on my nail anyway, which is the best way to go, just so you've got something protecting your nail. But again, I'll just let you carry on watching. I'd also like to apologise again about my angles. I'm still getting used to having a camera set up to record my videos. So I do apologise in advance for the terrible angles. I will find a way to make it easier on myself soon. Maybe get a new camera so I can actually record proper videos and not just from my phone. Also, don't be alarmed. There is residue that's left on the nail afterwards as well. I found I had to buff them to get them smooth again. There's like a sticky, not sticky, but just like a rubbery gel that sometimes gets left on your nails, which is just your peel off base coat. So it's there protecting your nail anyway. You're essentially peeling whatever enhancement it is you've got on top of the Jello. So sometimes it's the Jello base that stays on your natural nail. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Obviously I have got redness and what have you on my nails, but like I said, mine are heavily damaged at the moment anyway. But yeah, this is obviously, I'm using my non-dominant hand here as well to do my right hand. So I'm always a lot more abrasive when I'm using my left hand, unintentionally, but I have destroyed my right hand purely for that reason. As you can see here, there's that little bit of residue that gets left on the nail sometimes. That's purely base coat, that's not my nail. But yeah. As you can see here, this thumb literally was hanging on for dear life. I was really struggling with my thumb. Like I said, with the most recent sets I have been doing, the thumb is always the hardest anyway. But this one was really stuck down in that corner. I was really struggling to get it off. I do get it off eventually, but yeah. So here, all I'm doing is just cleaning up basically. I didn't want to file the gel that was left, I was just buffing my nails, just so they had a smoother surface. There was a couple of hangy bits of the gel, which I obviously did file off and buff off afterwards. But yeah, so here is me just filing to shape and buffing on the top of my nail. So here I am just cleaning off my nails, ready to do a fresh set. I completely forgot that I recorded this bit within the video, but yeah. So we're going in with Jello Jello. I'm not priming, dehydrating, doing anything. I am doing just full cover of the Jello Jello on each nail. This Jello Jello has a really nice consistency. It doesn't really run, and it's not too thick, but it's also not too thin. So it just sort of sits where you place it. It's lovely to work with. So that is the full cover Jello Jello base put on. And now here I'm not wiping or doing anything like that. I'm literally going straight in with my Angel in Deity. And I'm applying a slip layer first to all of my nails. I don't know if you'll notice, but I did leave my thumb out of this set. And that's purely because it was just too sore and I just want it without anything at the moment and letting it heal. Here I'm just applying my bead of Angel. Angel is Builder Gel by Nail Order, and this Deity colour is perfect. It's literally called the NHS Manicure because it's such the perfect shade to use if you work in like healthcare or something like that. It's not totally opaque, it's definitely a little bit more sheer compared to some of the other Builder Gels that they have. But here I'm just sort of leveling it out. I don't always do a second slip layer when I'm applying Angel. I can just sometimes go straight in with a bead. But as you can see here, it does self-level really, really well. I'm just moving the gel to all the points where I need it, just to even it out a little bit more. Do comment down below if you do your own nails at home. I am a nail tech and I work from my home, but how difficult is it to do your own hands, honestly, especially when it's your right hand. If you are right-handed, it's so hard to do your own nails. But here I'm just taking off the inhibition layer and then we'll be going in with our design. Today I have chosen to do cat eye. Here I'm just filing to shape and refining a little bit to make sure they're all smooth on top and giving them a little brush. Here I'm using Semilax Pink My Dust, which is one of their cat eyes. I have about 5 or 6 out of their collection. It's a beautiful colour. It's a little bit lighter than what I have on my left hand currently. So yeah, here I am just applying. All it needs is one coat really. I'm doing one pretty thin coat, not thick, not thin, sort of in the middle. I'm taking off any sort of excess that might be on there. Just slowly applying that to the nail to make sure I get it in all the nooks and crannies. I will then get my magnet and magnetise it. I just literally go either side, just to sort of bring the shine right to the front, to the centre. It takes a little while to get used to it sometimes, depending on the brand that you're using. Not that you can see me doing it here, but there we are. Let's bring all of the magnets to the top, and then I'm just flash curing each nail as I do it. As you can see here, that was all completed with just one coat, and then I'm using a matte top coat here, and this is because we're going to do chrome as well. So I do a matte top coat on every nail. I will cure that, and then I will tend to buff the nail. This is really good if you want to do isolated chrome. Yeah, here I am just buffing over the top of each nail. So here what I'm going to be doing is I'm decanting some of my no wipe top coat onto a little post-it note palette that I use, and then I'm going to use that to draw an outer line all around the nail, which you will see in a second. And as you can see, I've also got my little palette of chromes out. These are really good because they're pressed palette, so it's really easy to apply. So yeah, here all I'm doing is I'm just going around the edge. You can also use, if you have it, like a black art gel that is no wipe. That works really well as well. It'll make the silver a little bit brighter if you're doing silver or gold, or even like dark colours like the green or the red, anything like that. You can use either. Today I just decided to go for the no wipe top coat instead. So here what I'm doing, as you can see, I'm just using a little eyeshadow applicator to get a little bit of that silver and rub it on to my cured top coat. Make sure you give it a full cure. I find it works fine if you use it as a full cure. If you're doing a full nail, you might do it a little bit differently, but for these, as you can see, I'm literally just using quite a stiff brush. Not stiff enough, like the bristles are soft, but it's compact. And then I'm going in here with a new top coat that I've got recently. It's by Yogo, I think it is, Korean brand, and this is their new builder top gel, and it's perfect for encapsulating like designs or stickers or gems and going around them. It really holds them in place, and it's super shiny as well. I've not had any issues with scratches or anything on it. So with that, I'm literally just top coating all the nails in the same one, same top coat, making sure they're all level. It's nice because it's a builder, it does self-level really nicely around the nail. It doesn't really run into the cuticles or anything like that. But yeah, I do this and then I cure it for a full 60 seconds. As you can see here, I just do turn my hand upside down just for a few seconds, just so it does its self-leveling properties before I put it into cure. As you can see, super duper shiny. This is just before putting the oil on. I do put it on in a minute because they look dry and crusty. There we are. Topping off with a nice bit of cuticle oil just to bring all that moisture back to my hands because they are very dry. And that is the finished set using Jello Peel Off Base Coat. Don't forget, please like and subscribe and follow me on my other social media, as I do post elsewhere most of the time. And hopefully I'll be able to put some more videos up. Thank you. Bye bye now.